sing for you, girl. You know I want you, girl. I'll sing for you, girl. I'ma take you to another world.
And Sky Podcast. And on today's episode, we have ROUX. Introduce yourself a little bit, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. It's ROUX, 20 years old, from Switzerland, Europe, upcoming artist, just doing my thing.
Hell yeah. So, what was your upbringing like in Switzerland?
I think it's very different to upbringings you have, like, the U.S. It's, like, Europe in general is very different. So, like, the countries are really small. And my country, for example, it's got, like, 8 million people only. So, from one side to the other, you have, like, 3 hours with the car. So, you really have to think about it in a different way. It's really small, and it's not much to do because it's like due to the fact that you have like not many people here, most of the people they just see one way, which is doing school, uni, and then just work for the rest of your life, and it just never worked for me. So it's just lame. Like it might be good for some people, or they think it's good for them. I don't know. I don't think it is. And I was just the outstanding one, like the loner, because I was like the only one that only had this vision that there's like another path you can go. So basically, it's just me right now sitting in my home studio in the middle of nowhere. I live in countryside, and yeah, just doing my shit.
Now, do your peers kind of know about what you do?
Yeah, of course. Like my people, they have a different mindset as well. So I kind of grew up differently because my friends, they're really supportive. My family as well, because they don't really stick with this Swiss mentality as well. So we like the loners, but together. So I gotta say like that. Basically, in Switzerland, you got a really high life standards. So everything is really expensive. Like you get a good wage, but it's not gonna last you long. So we started off growing up poor in a rich country, which was really difficult. That's like why me and my people is just different. It's like it's not much people like we can relate to. You know what I'm saying? In the U.S. you might have a big amount of people that's like in the same state as you, or like living a similar life. But over here, if you're poor, you're like a really small minority. So I never felt connected to this whole society in here.
Okay, so you're saying like a lot of people in Switzerland are like really rich, and like it's just a high quality of like standards there.
Yeah, and in order to catch up with that, you have to work. Like either you just do the very least of educational needs you have to do, and you just never have really enough money to live, or you just do it like everyone else. You get those high diplomas, you go to school, you get that job, but you're gonna end up working like up to 55 hours a week, which is just, we got a lot of depressed people over here, because it's like the world over here is just gray in a way. You know what I'm saying? It's just
You guys get a lot of sunshine?
Yeah, it's not really.
Really?
It's like, no, it's not really. For me, I think how I experience the life over here is just you see your workplace, your office, your whatever, and you see your couch and you see your bed, like 3 things. So it's a bit special because you don't have that many artists. It's just two less people. Like if you wanna make Swiss German music, because we talk German over here, French, and Italian.
What
I
languages
grew
can
up.
you speak?
I speak Italian because I'm Italian, but I grew up in a German part, so my my main language, my mother language is German. I grew up German, so you don't have and the Swiss Germans, they have like a special accent that like you can compare it to, let's say, the English of Uganda people, you know. It's like we like almost the only ones that understand our little language in our little country. So if you want to make music in your own language, you just don't have enough people to reach to be able to make a living off it. And that's the same for other artists as well. It's just as like fashion designers or just artists in general, and you're basically forced to do this work shit, you know?
Yeah, because like you only have that language, you can't really project yourself out. So was learning English a big thing for you, or have you already like always known it?
Like I'm still learning. Like I still don't. I'm still not on the level I want to be. But I think it just came to me because I started picking up English when I was little. Because my family don't speak English, and when I was little, I used to play GTA and shit and listen to 50 Cent. So that's where like yeah, that's where like my first English type like my first English knowledge came from. It's just the basic words, just from reading subtitles and stuff. Then later on in school, we had English in school, but it wasn't enough to like learn it fluently, I think.
It was just
Yeah.
kind of there just to say they did it.
Yeah, for example, yeah, they just give you like the tests are like you get 20 words to learn. You learn them for the test, and then you forget them again, and that's not how you're gonna learn the language.
Yeah, definitely
So
not.
so I always connected with like because I always had like this like the U.S. culture always like inspired me in a way. I was always this like I was never focused on the shit that's going on over here, and was just like kids in school used to listen to German rap and stuff and German
Ugh.
things, talk about German things that's going on right now and German news. But I was the only one. I remember being 12. I was the only one that knew Chief Keef, and I was blasting that shit in school, just like by myself. Like the other kids used to tell me, "Well, what type of shit are you listening to, man? That's like weird stuff. You got those guys jumping around without a shirt in a music video pointing out guns and shit." They didn't get the idea, so yeah, it was just me feeling it.
A lot of people in the East and like Europe and stuff really fucking hate United States. Like they hate everything about us. Like they think we're all
I
just
know.
fat, we get welfare, and
I
that's
know.
about it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, don't tell me about that. If I say, because I got some friends over in the U.S. Because I went to Miami last summer for the first time in my life. I was in the U.S. I liked it, man, and I came back to like telling about my trip, telling people from work about the people I met. First thing they asked me was like, "Are they fat? Do they know? Do they think Europe is a country? Do they like? Are they really like that dumb?" And I really had like good talks over there. I had deep conversations. I finally got to the point where I could connect with like-minded people because I could never do that before. Only like two or three people that's like my people. But let's say I put out music, first thing, no one understands that's like here. So they would tell me, "Oh, you rather should do like just do German music, bro, so we can understand, we can vibe and shit." And they tell me like, "Bro, you ain't gonna make it in the U.S. anyways, bro. You over here and shit." And I always saw like the bigger picture because I don't even want to blow up as a German artist because I don't feel the culture, you know. And if I
Hmm.
if I if I can't feel it, I can't make it. So now I started music 2 years ago when I was unemployed. I was just at home being bored. So I started off just messing around with FL. One day I just got I don't know how I got the idea, but I was just like feeling this urge to download this software and just messing around with it. And I started off there, started working again, but every night, basically when I come home from work, it's just cold shower, and I would say to myself, bro, it's time to grind, man. So start music till I go sleep, then go work again, come home, make music, go work again, and so on. That's
Cold
like,
showers, cold showers are really beneficial for your health, like your mental health.
oh, it is, it is, it
I
is.
can't do it though. I'm too big of a bitch, bro. Like
No,
you get in
you
there and
too.
like 5 minutes later you feel fine, but first 10 seconds for me is just horrible.
You know what I do? I start off warm and I relax myself and shit, just washing myself, the regular shit. And then the last 10 to 30 seconds, I turn up really, really cold. Like, I force myself to be under it because I know it will pay off once I get out.
Yeah.
Because my mind is like, my mind is on standby when I got a lame ass. I used to work as a welder. Now I got a boring ass office job. It's better than a welding job, but it's still like my brain is on standby when I'm there. I'm not enjoying this shit. It's just
I
meant
feel
for a
that.
living. Yeah, I'm just doing this for a living. And once I come home, I'm still in this like work mood, you know? You feel used, kind of. You feel tired. You just want to go to sleep. But then that's the like, I think that's the worst mistake you could do, because that's when you would never get out of the circle, when you just get home, go to sleep, watch some TV, and go work again. Because I
When you're
think
comfortable with it.
I hate it, bro. I hate my life right now, like it is, like the schedule. Not my life, but the schedule.
Mhm.
Because this job's just holding me back from living my best life, if I can say it like that. Like, I just want to do music, the things I love. I think I think people deserve to do what they love. But the problem is, you get in this work cycle, and you always get distracted by this like whole. I think the whole plan is of the employees and shit. They want to drag you into their world, you know. They you want to go home in the night, but you got some coworkers asking you if you want to go out with them, and you do this basic shit like, I don't know, man, just going for a drink every night, or just chilling at home playing games or some shit. But I think the only hours we have to really get out of the circle are the ones, is our free time. So you got to use that for your advantage and benefit of this.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it might take 5 years of no free time, but it'll pay off in the end. Because if you never do it, you're just gonna end up working till you die, 9 to 5.
Yeah. And that's what, kind of the man in quotes, wants you to do is just work until you die. And that's like, I'm not settling with it. Like, I'm going to do whatever I can to do what I love. I mean, if I loved fucking going to McDonald's and flipping burgers, and I'd go apply at McDonald's and fucking
Yeah,
do
you're
that the
right,
rest of my
man.
life. But I like being on the entertainment, the media. I like, putting my voice out there and letting kids know that they're not alone, in the sense of, you don't want to live a bullshit life and work a job all the time. Just do what you love. That's all. I'm all about doing what you love at the end of the day.
Bro, I appreciate people like you, because people like you always got me the chance to connect to this world I was never able to be a part of, but I wanted to be of so bad, you know?
Hell
So I
yeah.
really appreciate that. I think you got to
I,
think of the government as, or the whole economy as like, it's a company, it's a big company, and they just need the workers to make their profit, you know? They don't give a fuck about us. They just,
no.
yeah, they just know people have to produce babies, so they would have to have employees again.
Yeah. It's the fucked up part about it. So, onto the music. So you said you started making shit about like 2 years ago. Any time before that, did you ever dabble in it, or just 2 years ago?
No, I was always interested, like, I always felt music on a deeper level. Because I grew up, my parents are hippies, so I grew up with some psychedelic music, like rock and shit. And I used to listen. I didn't see my dad a lot, but when I saw him, we always used to listen to some Pink Floyd or something, and just feel the music. You know, we was just in his room, just vibing. Because I only saw my dad for the weekends. That's what like got me into this music world, and I always felt like a deeper connect to my music. But before that, it was just I was just doing sports, like martial arts, boxing, and yeah. Then when I was unemployed, because I got too much time, I finally had the time to focus on that, you know?
Hmm. So whenever that came around, the 2 years ago, was it serious right off the bat? Like you were posting it right off the bat, or like when was the time point you said, okay, I really want to put my life into this? Like this is what I want to do with my life.
I was working. I knew from the start that it was the thing I wanted to do, but I started working off in silence for the first year, so I wouldn't post anything for the first year. My friends used to tell me, bro, you're hard after like my third beat. And I know when I went on YouTube or was listening to industry beats, I was like, no, fam, I'm not hard enough yet. So I wanted to reach that level first. And then I came out of nowhere and this got like this, like, I don't know, it was like unexpected for the people. Because I was a regular guy like everyone else, but I just came. Once my beats was hot, because I started off as a producer. And once my beat was hot, I just knew I could make something off it even more, and I put it out, and it got good feedback immediately.
Now, who were some of the rappers that inspired you the most? Like some of your favorite rappers, or not even rappers, just artists?
Artists, it's a lot, man. You know, I'm a really, really versatile guy. I can go listen to psytrance for fucking extreme genres, bro. I can switch genres on a daily basis, bro. I can go on listening to psytrance today, then listen back to heavy metal tomorrow, and then go back to trap for 2 weeks. But I think from my childhood, it was like 50 Cent, Eminem, and all these guys, just the legends. And later on, it was Chief Keef for the rap part, but I always kept listening to the rock part as well. So rock was like Ian Gillan. Ian Gillan was a huge inspiration to me. Robert Plant and Ozzy Osbourne.
Hell yeah.
David Gilmour. I can't forget. It's just too many, bro. I can't name all of them. Some more rappers would be Wiz Khalifa. Some French rappers, PNL, they're really dope. If you don't know them, check them out. They make like slow music and really chill ambient music. Then I'd say
my boss is French, and I think he actually showed me them.
yeah, they so chill, bro. Because first time was in the studio was in Paris. Because you know all the cities in Europe, they're not far away, like 1 hour with the plane. So there's this festival in Switzerland. It's like a small Rolling Loud. It's the only time in a year where you can do something here. So it was this huge festival, and I met this French guy, and I ended up going visiting him in Paris, and that's where I got like my French inspiration for all like influences from. And due to my Italian roots, I grew up listening to a lot of Italian stuff as well, listening to Italian trap right now. So I think I'm just trying to merge all this influence that's coming onto me, you know? I'm trying to merge this into like one thing.
And then mix it up into like the American like genre. Like
yeah,
rap,
bro. Yeah.
rock.
Yeah, I think so.
That's fire. Like that's not been done. I think about it, that has not been done. You're definitely onto something, and I'm not bullshitting. Like that's not been done. If you just stay true to you and you're really about it, just keep on going. And you don't necessarily have to like produce a banger off the bat. Like just stay consistent and stay good. Like that's all like people don't understand. And like some people, man, I won't even get into it. I'm not gonna get into it.
Go for it, bro. I'm interested. Yeah, I like where it's going to.
No, it's just like people. There's so many people in the music industry, especially in the SoundCloud, that like just don't fucking care. Like they just want to do it for the attention, or they want to do it just that's it, just for the attention. And then they're like, oh, I quit, and they're like, oh, I'm doing it. Oh, you know what I mean? Like it's bullshit.
Yeah, I know. They
jump
jump from music to like fashion, jump back to to different things, and but I think they're doing it for the wrong reason. They're trying to find the satisfaction in the outer world, in the outside, but it's got to come from the inside. And
Yeah.
I think only if you do the thing you truly love, and only if you feel it with your whole being, with your whole energy, if you can put your whole existence into that one thing, that's the thing you should do, and that's the only thing that's going to be something.
At the end of the day, motherfuckers are lame. Like, ain't nothing like. I can see it with my eyes. Like, real recognize real. That's why when you hit me up, I check you out. I was like, yep, boom, this guy's cool.
Bro. I know what you mean. Real recognize real. Yeah, I think we live in a world where there's a lot of, I call them CPUs. My boy Mason Haley, he's my bro. He used to call them like that. It's just the basic people. They just CPUs, bro. They never question shit or never see the bigger picture, bro.
Yeah.
It's just born, and they don't even know why they do it, bro. They just do it what everyone does, man.
To impress their parents or something.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever the reason, bro, to be cool or accepted by the other people, I don't know, but that's when I can tell the difference between CPU people and people like you, you know? People that, I think there's different levels of energy, you know? I think just like in the game, you got different levels.
Mm-hmm.
Just like you reach another level, and you just keep growing as this creature. I don't even know what humans are, but just you just raise up levels. That's basically it. Because it's no coincidence that the people that are successful. Like,
Yeah, definitely not. Like they have the energy towards them that gravitate people.
Exactly, bro. Like, you couldn't put a CPU guy in a position of Trump, bro. Say everything you want about Trump, but for him, it works off for him, you know.
He's got that energy to him. Like, love him or hate him, he's got the energy.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's same strategies that like Hitler had, bro. He was like, it's no question he was an asshole, bro. He was one of the worst people to ever walk up on this planet. But the thing is, with energies don't judge. You know, we as people, our ego judges things in good or bad. But I think things just exist, you know. And once you're aware of this existence, that those things, those energies they're really here, you know. And once you learn how to control them, you can use them. If you use them for good or for bad, it's up to you, bro. But it's the same strategy, or like the same physics behind it.
I definitely understand that.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
I got
it's
you.
one science, bro. It's one science, one universal science. And if you know how this works, you can use it for your advantage.
Just make like X says, he says, make the universe your bitch, make your galaxy your bitch, and that's all it's really about. That's all it's
I
really
haven't
about.
heard that yet, but that's definitely true, bro. Like, bro, it took me so long to realize that none of this shit matters, and it's just like being born and dying is just so close together. People don't even realize.
So
like
cliche.
It's not cliche. It's just, bro, life is so short. Like, the thing that's before life and the thing that's after life, bro, we can't even imagine because we're limited to the human brain right now. But that's some other level shit. Nobody knows. That's the interesting part about it. Nobody knows what we are. Like, I always say, if someone thinks they got the answer, they lying, bro. Like, we all don't know shit, bro.
Yeah, really. And that's what makes that's how I can tell you're intelligent, because you don't know shit. I don't know shit. Like, the dumber you are, the smarter you are necessarily. Like, imagine how you look at someone who acts like they know everything. Like, I'm like, this guy's a fucking idiot. Like, I don't like being around that person because they think they know everything. But when there's someone who is just, in a way, not necessarily oblivious, but is oblivious but open to whatever. You know what I mean? open, doesn't really know, like, because we don't really know a lot, like, as much as we think we do.
Oh no, of course not, bro. You know, the funny thing is, humans are pretty dumb, bro. Because even language, bro, we make that up ourselves, bro. And they think that's like the right. Who knows that's the right thing to communicate, you know? Or who knows that this whole logical word that we build up is like this? That's all made up out of ideas that other people had.
Yeah, the
You know?
crazy thing is, I actually like that point. Actually opens up my mind a lot about us not being able, like, our language, like, who knows if that's how we communicate, because I can look at someone across the room and tell how they feel about me by their eye contact, their posture, and just what kind of mood they're in. Like, so what if we're not necessarily meant to talk like we do, but
Yeah, exactly.
that's crazy.
I think the things we don't see are so much bigger than the things we see or we can touch. People don't even realize, bro. Your thoughts are real and you don't see them, bro. They don't have like they don't have a body. They don't have a shape or anything. They just have I don't even know what they are, bro. They just there, bro. But if you think about your thoughts right now, how could you know that these are real things? You just know they exist. I used to I say it like that, bro. If you think about your legs, the job of your legs is just to walk, and the job of your brain is just to produce thoughts. But them thoughts don't necessarily refer to you. Can you dig that?
Yeah, I got you. I got that. A thing that I've been thinking about since you brought up this whole, like, mind thing is speaking things into existence. Like, I speak at least one thing into existence every day. Like, me and all my friends will be sitting around hanging out, and we'll be talking about, I wonder what, Johnny John is up to, for an example. And that motherfucker will text me, like, like, just right after. Like, little things like that
No,
trips me out because it happens so often to me.
same, bro, same. It's so crazy, bro. Like,
And
I,
that's the shit you can't explain. That's the shit you cannot explain.
that's like the same I got with you right now. I know you understand me before I even have to say anything, you know? When I talk to, I used to I always deep talk to one of my guys, and he's like, I can tell he got my idea before my words are spoken, you know? Like I sent my whole thoughts to his brain, like a chat message or something, you know? Like on some telepathic shit. But I can tell and I can feel he knows, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And, like, it's a big mind fuck when you get this deep into it, man. It's a big mind fuck. It's like,
maybe
damn.
maybe the mind needs to be fucked sometimes.
Yeah. So back to the music, though. Back to the
Yeah,
music.
yeah, of course, bro. I always get lost in that shit.
we would get pretty lost in the abyss of God knows what. But
Yeah, we could go on for hours, bro.
oh
Let's get
yeah,
back to the music.
yeah.
Yeah,
Let's get back to the music. It can't be too long.
yeah.
So what are your aspirations in music? Where do you want to take it? What do you want to do with your message that you're putting out to the youth and putting out to the people listening to you?
It took me a long while to find out, and I'm still I'm still trying to find it out. But I guess it's going in the direction of bringing people back to be one. You know, that's why I want to be as diverse as I am. Cause
What do you mean by that?
there's so many different people in my life, you know, and they work in a different way. Like, let's say that one guy at work could never relate to my guy I know from the boxing gym, you know. But through music, I wanna connect all those people that will never connect, you know. I wanna create something everybody can relate to and be one together. That's like, I think if we the whole thing about this shit is, I think if we don't all go in the same direction, it's never gonna work. So I'm just trying to make diverse music to reach as much people as possible, to show them that you're not so different from each other, you know.
That's what a lot of people. That's a big thing about the. We're back on this, but that's a big thing about the human mind is that we, by default, we separate each other. And
That's the thing.
the stupid thing is like, especially, I don't know, it's probably not a problem in Europe, but like people with different skin colors, like there's so many white people that don't fuck with black people just because of skin color, but little do they know, it's literally just because where we're from on the planet. I mean, all life did start in Africa, but, you know, the Homo sapiens that migrated, you know, to Europe and stuff, of course, not being exposed to a shit ton of sunlight and it being hot as fuck, the skin, you know, this pigmentation in your skin's gonna lighten up. And now we're, you know, X amount of years later, and we just separate each other. And I don't understand that. But we've gotten, because humans are so intricate, we've separated each other. And there's a separation. Like
that's bad, bro. That's bad.
Yeah.
I think that's one part that I want to reach with my music, but for the long term, you know, that's just a plan for the long term. But the second one, or like the same importance to me, would be just have fun, man. I think that it's temporary, man. It's not like nobody likes to do shit they don't like, but everyone likes to have fun. Everyone loves to love. Everyone loves to laugh. So I think I just want to create a whole world that you can join and just be one with each other and just have fun together and rage together and just bro, have fun, as cliche as it sounds, bro, but that's just, we should enjoy this trip as human beings together, you know.
Yeah.
That's why I like to be an artist, because I've only had 4 shows, but I think I always reached to take people into my vibe. They really felt it, and it gave me power. And like, even though we raged, everyone was laughing and having fun, and that was like the most beautiful thing to see for me.
Hell yeah, that's down to earth, bro.
Yeah.
So are there any messages you want to give to your audience, or any shout outs?
I really, on a deeper level, I really want to say thank you to everyone that's supporting me, because I know everyone's got a lot of shit going on in their own life, and I just want to say thank you to those people that, even if they just check me out for a minute, or just give me a little bit of their time and just support me, a really big love out to them. They like big motivation to me. And first, shout out to you, man. I really appreciate that. It was a new experience for me. I really enjoyed it. Shout out to my whole team, all my friends, and everyone's just having a hard time out there, because it's always the light at the end of the tunnel, bro. Always.
Oh, yeah.
It's just teachings, bro. None of this shit is meant personal. If bad things happen to you, everything comes with a purpose. Because I had a hard start myself, and I'm glad it turned out how it turned out, even though there were hard times and shit. So if you're having a hard time right now, just know it's gonna be over, and it has a purpose. Just don't take it too serious.
Hell yeah. Thank you for listening to the In the Sky podcast. Thank you so much, Rue, for coming on and having some really thoughtful conversations with you, man. I really enjoyed it.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I enjoyed it.